All smartphone users consider two purchases immediately after buying a new phone. The first, what case should I get? The second, what screen protector should I get? Both of these are very important questions. Today, we're going to tackle the latter of these questions in a product review brought to you by Your Tech Solutions. Anneks reached out to us here at Your Tech Solutions to do a review of their glass screen protector. We were excited to have it as our first product review and gladly accepted it. We did inform them, however, that we would put the product through its paces and give an honest review based on the results. Anneks was confident that their screen protector would hold up and sent us several samples to do a product review. Let's see if it holds up to the hype. Let's begin by opening the screen protector package and see what's inside. This particular glass is for the iPhone 6 Plus and the 6S Plus. We will be testing each of the claims listed on the packaging to see if the protector holds up. Here we have a set of instructions, two more items, the glass protector itself and an accessory kit. Let's open the accessory kit and see what it contains. The kit has three items in it: an alcohol cleaning pad, a microfiber cleaning cloth, and a dust removal film. Let's go ahead and get ready to apply the glass to the phone. I am going to set the glass to the side so it can be ready to apply immediately after cleaning the phone screen. To clean the screen, we will first use the alcohol pad to wipe away any dirt, oils, or particles that would interfere with applying the glass. This is the most important part of the application to eliminate any contaminants. After you're sure the screen is completely clean, we will then use the microfiber cloths to finish removing anything left on the screen. Once you have wiped the screen, we will need to make sure no dust particles have fallen onto the screen. To do this, use the included dust film to help remove those last few particles. I am not sure if this film has any anti-static properties, but it did seem to reduce the number of stray dust particles landing on the screen in our testing. I am glad they included this with the application kit. Other similar products I have used in the past has not included this film. Now take the glass and remove the protective film and position it over your screen. I had a little bit of difficulty aligning the glass here because the angle at which I had to be in order to stay out of the way of the camera. I managed to get it aligned fairly well despite my viewing angle. This was the most satisfying part of the application process. Watching the glass magically attach itself to the phone was wonderful. You can see the air pushed out from under the glass almost by command. Use the microfiber cloth to press the glass onto the phone to ensure a good seal. First thing I always check on screen protector applications is the alignment of the holes for the camera, speaker, and sensors. You can see here that I was able to get the glass aligned very nicely, even with the poor viewing angle I had. Now, the first thing I notice are the edges. You can see here that the glass does not completely cover the screen area. Anneks says this is due to the curve of the iPhone glass. You can see that it is so close to the edge of the LCD that it almost is in a dead area. I did find after the first day I never noticed this again. It's just that first day I had to stare at it for quite a bit. The first test we performed was a basic feel and operations test. These test the smoothness of the touch, the transparency and clarity that the package claims. The glass feels no different than the original iPhone screen. Swiping was smooth and opening apps was normal. There was no difference in the appearance from the original iPhone screen. 3D touch functioned normally also. Next, I tested the glass's resistance to fingerprints and oils. You can see here that it does not show fingerprints by just touching the glass. The oleophobic coating on the glass is similar to the coating on the iPhone screen. To test resistance to oils, I used a permanent marker. You can see the marks do not adhere to the glass. The marks are easily wiped away with a cloth. This is what you want to happen. If you were sweating and talking on the phone, you would expect some oils to be deposited onto the screen. A quick wipe on your shirt or jeans should easily wipe these oils away. Now we need to test the hardness of the glass. The Anneks glass has a 9H hardness rating. This is one of the highest ratings that can be given to glass. We tested it with a box blade to see how well the glass would hold up to metal scratches from something like keys. As you can see, with a 9H rating, this resistance to metal scratching should be expected. The Anneks glass was holding up so well, so I decided to put a little extra force into trying to scratch it. As you can see, the Anneks glass held up very well in this test. Next, we did the typical hammer test. This test not only scratch resistance to metal, but also impact resistance. This test is designed to simulate bumps on corners or small drops. I did not smash the glass while my phone was attached to it. We did perform smash tests on just the glass alone just to see how well the glass would hold up to shattering. In those tests, the glass did break at the point of impact, but the expanding cracks were at a minimum. This showed us that in the event of catastrophic damage, the damage would be minimized as much as possible. Now we're going to step it up a notch. This is 120 grit sandpaper, the bane of any glass. Here I'm putting a fair amount of pressure onto it while I'm sanding it. This tests how well the protector can stand up to grit or sand, say in your pockets. You can see that the sandpaper did scratch the glass. This is expected because the silica and quartz in the sand is harder than any glass. The 9H glass hardness rating is not related to the Mohs hardness scale as many believe. The hardness of glass on Mohs scale rates a high 6 or a low 7. Quartz rates a high 7. This means that quartz will always scratch glass no matter how hard the glass is. Just to see how well it does, I had to step it up yet another notch, this time with a power sander. I let the Anneks glass have it. You can see that it scratched the glass, but it did not do as bad as I thought it would. After wiping the dust off, even though the glass is severely scratched, you can still see the screen surprisingly well. Notice how the scratches almost vanish when the screen is activated. As bad as it looks, the phone was still completely functional. I did notice that the smooth swipe did not feel the same, but what do you expect after such damage? Our last test performed was removal and reapplication. This is to test how easy the installation would be if you needed to realign the screen protector. It removes without leaving any residue, which is important in a screen protector. Now, I am taking the same glass and reapplying it back to my phone. Make note of the scratches made from previous test. This shows you that we did not replace the glass with a new one for this test. I align the glass and then let gravity do the rest. As before, it magically seals itself to the phone. Notice an air bubble formed under the scratched area. To get rid of it, just press it out. If that does not work, gently lift the corner and press it out as it reapplies itself. Notice there is a piece of lint under the glass. It could have fallen onto the glass when I had it to the side, or been on the phone because I did not bother cleaning it as well as before. I knew I was not going to leave this scratched one on, so I did not care as much about cleaning it. Remember, screen protectors are just one component of protecting your device. It is always recommended to pair your screen protector along with a case that provides adequate protection for the edges of your screen. And remember, even with every precaution in place, events and circumstances can still allow damage to the most protected device. I will have to admit, the Anneks screen protector exceeded my expectations. I've always used a glass screen protector on my phones over the years. I've found that I prefer them over plastic. They seem to hold up better. And I've always used the more expensive ones. You all know the brands. I don't have to name any of them. But the Anneks, I was a little skeptical, being that it was a less expensive, actually a lot less expensive than their competitors. It held up just as good through our test. So I would recommend the Anneks screen protector to anyone looking for some good protection for their phone. Hey, we've recently launched our Patreon page. We're still getting our channel up and running. It takes a lot of time and resources to bring quality content online. Patreon offers you, the viewer, a way to help directly bring this content online. With a monthly contribution as little as $1, you can help us help others with their tech needs. You can find a link in the description below. And thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time with another great video from Your Tech Solutions.